Hello, everybody. So, the good news is that finally I'm able to do the free reading, draw, and the reading itself. But the bad news is that I still don't have the HD camera. So that means that this video, as you can see, is not the best quality yet. But the new video camera that I ordered is going to arrive in the first week of February. So then I'll be able to make higher quality videos finally. I know this January has been really slow, and I'm sorry about that, but I've really been having some personal difficulties. But anyway, here we are now, and without further ado, I would like to announce this month's winner. And I believe we've got it. It's Jennifer LK. So Jennifer, congratulations. And here's your reading. Alright, let's get started. So, by the way, this reading type is a life purpose reading, and it's available from my Patreon page or via PayPal. You can find all the information you need in the description box, or you can contact me on Facebook or Twitter, or you can just write me an email if you want to get a reading. So, Jennifer, I would like to start your reading in a minute. I just need to give the deck a thorough and purifying shuffle. Alright, so here we are. So, the life purpose reading is very special in that it takes a thorough and deeply spiritual look at where you are right now and where you should be according to your spiritual purpose in life on earth. And so I'd like to start by picking one card to signify where you are right now. And so we need another card to reveal your highest spiritual self, the spiritual goal, the purpose that you should be aiming for, and that you should be transitioning into. And so we need one card to determine what it is. Here we are. And then we need another card to talk to us about traces of your past. I like to call this card the ghost card, because we all have ghosts in our lives, in our personality, our just our everyday existence. We carry a lot of things that have their roots in the past, and these things could be positive things like skills, inspiring experiences and all that, but they could also be things that are weighing us down. So and now one card for the subconscious inspiration, the hidden force that makes you change, that makes you want to explore and discover deeper and more meaningful parts of life. And then one card for the tools that you have on your journey to become your higher self. And you have one card for your outer guidance. This could come in the form of people or groups, or even books or ideology or some kind of religion that you follow, or even entities from different realities. But the role is guidance. And now one last card to see what the challenge is on this path. Okay. So, let's start with where you are right now. Let me just turn the cards around. I feel guided not to read the Osho's and Tarot cards in reverse. I never do that. It just doesn't feel right. But anyway, here we have the Page of Wands, I believe. Oh no, sorry, it's the Knight of Wands. It's called Intensity in the Osho Zentro deck. So it looks like you're in a very good place in your life, where you have a lot of energy to do the things that you want to do, and you're very, very much inspired by spirit to just go forward and into the colorful and interesting experiences that are laying ahead of you. And you have the Knight of Pentacles in your past. And the Ten of Swords as your subconscious inspiration. The Eight of Wands as the tools for you to use. Nine of Cups for guidance. Knight of Cups for your highest spiritual purpose. And the challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. Alright, let me start from the beginning. So we have three court cards here, and they are all from different suits. So right now you are at the Knight of Fire, which is intensity. It's what I have already mentioned, this will and this determination to do great things, oftentimes without thinking too much or considering every aspect of a decision that you make. And that's because you're trying to oppose the baggage that you have with you, and that's called slowing down, and that's the Knight of Pentacles. In other decks, here it's called Rainbows, but anyway, it's the same concept. So here we have a lot of consideration, maybe even too much, maybe bordering on obsessive. So somebody in your life was very indecisive. It might have been an influence on you to be like that, to be very, almost too considerate, too careful, not taking any risks, and your whole being is fighting against that influence of security and wanting to have everything figured out. You are drawn towards the unknown, and that is shown by the Knight of Cups, which is called Trust in this deck. So as you can see, this figure is just diving headfirst into the unknown, and it looks very beautiful, I think, and very dangerous. So I can see that there is this whole this line of development from being very basic and very closed-minded in a way, and then gradually opening up to new experiences. So right now you are at a point where you're just experimenting with a lot of things, and it looks like you're not that far from realizing your life purpose, but there is one element missing from your life in order that you need to get in order to get closer to the essence of who you are. And that is an emotional openness that is not really your kind of thing. You like to bottle things up, and that's probably coming from your family. I believe that oftentimes these cards, this position on this card represents family values. So I believe that you might be tied down by that, or you feel like you're tied down. And the obstacle card, the challenge as well, it's the 9 of Pentacles. And here it says ripeness, but really it's about, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's about self-reliance and taking pride in one's work. And so I get the sense that your parents or people you've grown up around with, they might be different from you in the sense that you are more like a free spirit, and they are more like the hardworking and emotionally underdeveloped kind, to put it mildly. The challenge is to let go of the idea that you are only useful and you're only valuable if you create some sort of tangible value. I believe that this is the main issue here, that your main focus is to create a life where there are tangible results, tangible, actual, physical results. But that's not the measure, not necessarily the measure of a good life. And there's a need for you to open up emotionally and forget about the notion that you always need to be busy and that somehow you lose something by not being continuously active, and that you should take some time to turn inward and explore what's within. So I really get the sense that there is a sense of shame attached to the act of not doing anything. But I also feel that your path is the path of learning about your true self, and it is inspired by your need to find a new way to enjoy life, because in your subconscious mind and in the subconscious inspiration part, I can see that you have the 10 of Swords, and here it's called Rebirth, and it looks like a friendly card, but generally it's the least favorable of all cards in the tarot, I think, and it signifies failure. So the starting point, the origo for your spiritual path, I believe, is this sense of failure. You tried one thing and you didn't succeed, and it didn't give you the satisfaction, or it just didn't work for you, so you're still looking for something. And here's what it is. It's emotional openness and forgiveness and inactivity. Dare to be idle. And I'm saying this especially because we have the card of laziness here, the Nine of Cups. And it's just about pure hedonism. And so maybe you are too hard on yourself, you're too industrious, you're trying to accomplish too much. And the guidance is, and this is what you will receive, and there might be synchronistic events or messages coming to you in the future regarding this concept. So hedonism is what you need in your life right now, and this is what's going to help you develop. Some people are just the idea of relaxing, of taking a day out and just really not being busy with anything, just taking a moment to relax and wind down. It sounds horrifying to them. I don't think you are really one of these people, but you have a lot of work to not do. So you have a lot of work to do in this area, and the work is to not do any work. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. And we have the Eight of Wands, traveling, as a tool, and that to me indicates that if you can afford it, and I'm sure you can, because this is what this whole reading is about, you should give yourself the experience of getting lost in traveling, in going places, foreign places, unfamiliar territory, and that is going to be amazing for your psyche, for your spiritual development, because you will get to stay inactive and idle, so to say, while still getting the impulses and the influences that you need in order to grow. So traveling is a great tool that you can use to develop yourself. So I wish you good luck with that, Jennifer, and I hope to hear from you if you have any kind of feedback, now or later. I'd love to hear it. So I hope to hear from you soon. Goodbye.